the button on my Discord, and let's see. Want to. Looks like we got the preview going, so that's a good start in of itself. Got a little bit before 7:30, so I'm gonna take this time to just sit back and relax, enjoy the loop of this Lemuria remix that I pulled up, and finish sharing the link to the streams on all the socials that I care about being active on. Make sure I put this in the right place. That's good for that. Just out of curiosity. Oop. There's some interesting threads on the X, like Deltarune and Metroid Prime 4, so there's another thing I gotta do after the stream is over. It's a little counterproductive because I made that X account private because I don't want to deal with that site anymore, but I was curious if anyone that's still following, if that would actually increase, or like if anyone would end up realizing that I was live because I tweeted it there. Now, I was so close to using the dumb, boring modern slang and terminology. Got the Blue Sky link, that's the one I personally care about. I should probably do Tumblr too, because like it's a different group of people, but it's almost as many people as my typical link. Golden Sun, The Lost Age, Randomizer. That should cover all the bases with the tags. Reblog it on main. That seems like everything. It seems a little fast, but I could make a YouTube post. I don't know if it makes any difference because like I'm streaming on YouTube, so I assume if people would be more likely to see the red circle, if they were around my channel, they would be more likely to see the red circle that shows that I'm live streaming than they would YouTube post. Yeah, screw it. Pardon me, I got a little chew to get out of my system. Don't know if that helped, but at least an attempt was made. Alright, I think we're about good to go. So no need for this. Probably close some tabs. Pull this back up and here we go. Might as well finish up this piece. It's kind of gross, but I already took half a bite. I'm not gonna let it go to waste. Gross is a harsh term. I just I got a feeling that it's coconut cream. And I did not realize that until I took the first bite out of it. Hey, creepy rewrite. Sorry, you just caught me at the worst talking time, but we're good now. Valentine's Day was a couple days ago, and I finally got around to grocery shopping. By some sort of miracle, there's still actually some chocolates on sale. So I picked up a couple boxes. That's what that whole ordeal was about. It was a variety pack. I didn't pay close enough attention to the name before I picked a piece to bring up here. And it probably turned out to be the worst one I could have gotten. Alright, I think we're at 7:30. There's no need to procrastinate to start the stream anymore. Let's boot up the game. So, I recorded a clip, so it'll be out in the video when it's eventually released. But I backtracked to a bunch of places off stream. That's the biggest reason why I didn't do Lost Age Randomizer last week, because there wouldn't have been any content to actually do on stream. I revisited Ayers Rock, I revisited Aqua's Rock, a bunch of other miscellaneous places with no avail, but also visited Tundra Tower. Somehow I missed a pound area, and like I was building up all this hype about getting each of the prongs and how we were one prong away from the Trident. Freaking Trident was just in the one area of Tundra Tower that I could explore, but didn't. A weapon for unique purpose. That simultaneously seems like a new description and a familiar old description. I'm trying to think, there was... The only other significant thing I could think of I did off screen was find this in Aqua's Rock. Also this, but I'm not using it. All my armor outclasses it. I didn't even realize that keys were needed for the Jupiter Lighthouse, so I'm glad I got that before like going, oh hey, I finally got Cyclone, let's go get Jupiter Lighthouse done, hey yo! So if using the pieces, yeah, that seems to be the case. Cause I doubt we're gonna get 2 Tridents, so we're not getting another Trident from fusing the pieces. That would explain why it was so hard to find the 3. The important part is that we got the Trident, which means we can finally head off to Lemuria today. This could be a short, this could be a normal length stream, it could be a short stream. It depends on how long it takes to get to Lemuria, do everything in it, and if we get a good lead from doing things in Lemuria. Because if we don't get a lead after Lemuria, I'm not gonna bore you all with another hour just mindlessly wandering with no avail. I think this would be the closest place to teleport to. Oh, almost forgot. We need something very important before we take on Lemuria, and I just gotta take my headset off for 1 second. It is our good old friend the Golden Sun Lost Age official Nintendo Player's Guide. Because there's no way in heck that I got Yanpei's song memorized. Even though I did it on stream, no indication. How ancient am I? More than I'd like to admit. The alternative is pulling up an online guide, and I think this is just more fun. Like, I probably make myself sound older by not talking about my age, but yes, this is my childhood strategy guide and I still have it. Oh, good. Thank goodness, actually. You are also old inside and outside. That's good to hear. I kind of feel more old on the outside than the inside, because I keep thinking... Like, I keep thinking of myself as a young adult, and to some people's perspective, I still am, but... I wonder if I really want to get into this now, but... How does... Before we continue this in-depth conversation about how we're all victims to the laws of time... Start your rotation... I gotta double check exactly how you do this. Circling the drain. That's the caption from the strategy guide. The currents will wash you out to sea if you aren't careful. Anytime you have to turn a circle, make your rotations until the current disappears, then continue following the red line on the map above, which there must have been some miscommunication between the artists and the writers, because I only see white lines on this guide. Start your rotation when the boat is exiting the whirlpool, so if you need to move clockwise and exit from the north side. It doesn't tell me anything about what the arrows mean, so I'm just gonna wing it. Worst case scenario, we just have to take the current of Shane. What did you get for your birthday? I got older. Those wrinkles on the spot. That's unfortunate. Oh, phew. For a second there I thought I wasn't fast enough. Oh, let's carefully wing our way down. Because the guy shows going right straight across, but obviously it's not that simple. Yeah. Honestly, in my opinion, maybe just because it's been so long, this is where the game kind of shows its age, because this definitely seems like something... This really feels like something out of 90s RPG, where you have to have this street puzzle to solve when it comes to going through the dungeon, and you have to go to some random remote town. Sail out to a random remote town out in the middle of nowhere in order to actually find the solution. Though I kind of wonder how easy it would be to actually brute force this at the end of the day. Okay, so next step I want to go is down. So far I've just been following the fact that the Pac-Man arrows, and that's kind of been serving me well to some degree. Oh. Yeah, I'm just so worried about accidentally getting sent to that main current, by accident. And why am I doing this the hard way? The strategy... The reason is because strategy guide keeps tricking me into thinking I can just... Maybe it would be just as easy to make these currents their way around. So next one is right here, and then we go down to the moon and follow the shape of the Pac-Man arrows. It hasn't failed us yet. Oh cool, I wasn't doing it fast enough. This would be one good time to actually have my control stick mapped and not the control pad, because control pad was honestly fine throughout all of this, but making circles in particular I think would be good for the control stick. Okay, alright, this one's special. This one, the Pac-Man arrow is faced the other way, which means like this. All I know is like if I make circles well enough, it'll sparkle. And once it starts sparkling, just keep going that way. Alright, so far so good. We're at the final stretch. Also, I just remembered that we have to fight Poseidon. Like, that's the whole reason for getting the trident. Oh, brother. I think it's actually been a solid 10 years since I last faced Poseidon, and I'm not too excited about that. Alright. 3 more circles, and we're good to go, I think. If that's the last page on here. I think we're good with this for a little while. Right, I think this is the point where they just fling you right into Poseidon's face. I can't wait to get completely decimated by a watery grave. Maybe not. Like, we have full gens, and pretty sure we're over level for this fight. Also equipment. I'm gonna spread out my water lives just in case, because, you know, the insta-kill move. I do remember that being a thing. Partly helped by the fact that I've actually seen speedruns of this game since the last time I actually played it. I'll do what I can. You know, it would have been smarter if I actually checked in advance and gave the trident to whoever was fastest. But it's fine. We'll just set up with everyone else this turn. Wouldn't be a bad idea to do that anyways. Alright, who's my best support? Sure, Cole. And then, yeah, she's usually the Sonic. She's usually the fast one. But I think between the gens I have on her and the way the randomizer handles classes in this seed, she's significantly slower than usual. Oh wow, you can't even pause. I knew you couldn't damage him until you used the trident, but I didn't even know you could, like, make him that ground wouldn't work against him. Never too late to learn new things about your favorite games, I suppose. Alright, so the force wheel... the force field is down, so we are already making good pace. I'm also feeling pretty good because I don't think he did anything at all. But what sticks out in my head even more is the fact that he didn't really do anything to us last turn. Jeez, it's kind of... I don't know why. He panicked and he healed a scratch. I'm gonna have to look back to see what you mean by panic, because that is a funny... whatever you're describing, that is a funny description of it. But I can't think of it. Oh. Oh, I think we're fine. I think this is just the most he can actually do. I think we're good. Oh no, wait, I used the shield Ginny this turn. Still starting off by making pretty good pace, I must say. Got it. I get what you're saying now. Something tells me this is going to be easier than the Shaman Village fight. Then again, I was... I was under level for that. And... I'm probably over leveled for this. And if only I could poison him. He's a boss, so he probably won't get poisoned. Oh, here's the thing. Here's like if he's ever gonna be a problem, it would be with this. That's fair damage. I mean, like, I'm okay with that damage, but I gotta be careful to insta-kill, depending... I only got 1 water of life. And I would say for each party member, but not even that is fully accurate. So, you know what, let's just get Breeze at the beginning because we can. Shuriken might not be bad damage. You do Lemuria. You use Judgment. Or Judgment, excuse me. Because you actually have to just do so. Can I do a wish or something? Oh right, I have the coat. Oh! I forgot about that one. If anything hurts us in this boss fight, this might be the moment where we feel the pain. Possibly. Well, if that's his counterattack, I think we're just fine. I don't know about you. $11 damage, I know. I think at this point it's just a matter of... It's not a matter of if we'll die or not, it's a matter of how long it takes for us to get rid of his health bar. Yeah, you know, sure, let's use an Eddie. I'm feeling a lot more confident about this than I was going in. And I'm kind of realizing that going out of order is kind of gonna make the majority of these boss fights a bit of a joke. Again, like, the only thing I can think of that could actually be a threat to us is Watery Grave, and that comes down to luck, and actually our luck might be high enough that we completely negate that, if not almost negate it. Let's throw the dinosaur at him for the fun of it. Oh, Poseidon, friend. You're just a giant health sponge at this point. I feel like I'm asking for it. You know, out of curiosity, 15, 7, 8, 6. We have decently high luck. Probably higher luck than we normally would have at this point in the game, but how high? That bit is kind of beyond me. Oh yeah, I forgot, I also picked up that summon in the same room that I got the trident from. Let us give it a little time to shine. Oh, that's a little unfortunate timing because I was just about to go into a story about an unreleased summon that was never actually released in the game. But I'll have to wait until another moment to actually go into that little bit of trivia. Hello, Random Rocks. I just realized that we could leave here right now if we really wanted because we have grind already. Not that I'm going to. I just want the satisfaction of removing the rock before I need to. Oh, pardon me. And we're finally here in Lemuria. Trying to ponder if there's any reason to go any direction besides the main path. I just gotta have fun with the extra the extension to our openness. There's gotta be a better way to phrase it than that. What is this side area? Well, that's where all the other boats are parked. Is this... okay. Oh. I always thought you could do this before going to Lemuria, but maybe not. Oh, and there's stuff that probably requires Cyclone. It's okay. I know there's at least one thing we can do here that doesn't require Cyclone. There's no way Parch works, but can you imagine if it did? Alright. So... yep. Too much water. It's enough water to make IGN cry. God. And the fact of trying to save myself from using a dated joke. Can we talk about just how crazy that random thing in an IGN review took off and became a meme? Because I find it a bit nuts. And I would say, and the fact is of it being a meme that lasts as long as it did, but that's more a meme not letting old jokes die than the actual mileage of the meme. One thing you never heard of that review of Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, where IGN gave it like a 7.5 or something, and one of the cons they list out was too much water? I guess you had to have been, if you don't know the joke, it won't make as much sense, but just the way that the review was phrased, and how much emphasis they put on how much water was in Hoenn. Okay. Then I'm not sure what you meant by what thing, but sure we'll figure it out. Oh, no cutscene. I guess that's for the best. The whole point of Randomizer is, you know, less cutscenes. But you'd be surprised how many optional cutscenes were actually left in the game. Unfortunately, I stumbled into them all off-screen. I assume that they have to be tied to flags, but I'm not certain. Because of, like, the whole scene with Briggs and Elio, that's still in the randomizer for some reason. I was just thinking, I probably need to use reveal in a little bit. We're on the same wavelength, to the point that you beat me to expressing my own thoughts. Now, I'm gonna pull up the guide real quick, because it shows me, I know there's one thing outside, and then there's one thing from engaging with the scene. I just have to double check where the outside one is. Oh, there's actually a few. I think there's a hard nut in the bushes, which does the loose spot for us now. There's the rusty sword, pretty much right outside. I don't think the... I stand corrected. It's like there's no way a butterfly has anything particular. I mean, it's a hidden thing, so I don't think it's actually randomized, but we are at the place where we use the lucky medals. Weird. Guy just says this. Oh, it's probably like where the butterfly is. Also, I'm kind of realizing we don't have growth either. And that's still a rusty sword, so that doesn't help me out as much as I was hoping. Let's just go progress the plot, I guess. Because I know we get something. Also, all these butterflies probably have something hidden under them, like... 2 in a row is just way too uncanny of a coincidence. Where's Scoop? There we go. Got a bone! Unfortunately, I don't think I can do anything with that for you, friend. There's so much treasure buried here, you could dig almost anywhere and find something. So why doesn't anybody dig here? Now, who just buries their gaming ticket? So are you from preventing you from leaving the island? Oh no. No. It's gotta be a little too early. We didn't even get the huge cutscene where we would normally get grind at the end. Oh, they just put it on the ground. As more forgeable material. Well, you're a hintman. That does not seem like vanilla text, but also doesn't seem like a hint. A very spicy meatball awaits in the town where the moon rose. Meatball? Well, when they say moon rose, I assume that means Garou, because the werewolf's in the full moon, but I can only assume they mean the magma ball when they say meatball, and that was in, like, the Jupiter Adept town? Which I guess has some correlation with the moon. I don't think I've ever been to this upstairs area before. So, I'm just gonna quench my curiosity, because what else am I gonna do with the rest of the stream? Pierce is most definitely still alive. I pray for a safe return. Well, this is interesting, yet kinda pointless. You know, I don't think it'll do anything, but meatball, town where the moon rose. But I know I've been to Garou back and forth, so it must be in reference to the magma ball. Which I don't know, because I got that and already went to Proxen everywhere in between. Do the fountain? I highly doubt I don't got that many medals, and I highly doubt that that stuff is randomized. But I guess it is slightly better than standing around here. Game was not too happy. I think it's just a little as crabby as I am about health cycle has been going down. Like, are you implying something, game? You have Eclipse in the max prize, so it can be another thing. Oh, you got a point. I completely forgot about Eclipse. So, let me guess, it's just gonna keep giving me back lucky medals until I get to center. That's hilarious yet ingenious design. Alright, let me try a little bit harder. Wow. Man, I remember that I used to be good at this. Now look at me. There we go. It's a boring center, but it is a center. Alright. So we got something for this. Ugh. I want a head slam, yet too much valuable equipment is in the way of the slamming of the head. Oh! Oh no, I see what's going on now. I think now that we actually got the quote-unquote thing from the seed, I bet the prize pool has gone back to normal, so it's just all the ordinary fountain equipment. There's no reason not to use up our lucky medals though, either way. There's a wild coat. And yet I kinda got the feeling that none of this stuff is gonna outclass any of the equipment that we already have. At least all the forgeable stuff. Hestia Blade. I do like that design idea of overall Real Lucky Medals. I do like that design idea of assuring that you don't get soft locked. And like, it's more creative than what I would have done if I had even half that power. And that would probably just been like, leave everything in the fountain vanilla. Alright, let me double check to see if there's anything of value in here. I got the rusty sword already. There's a hard nut, but that's underneath some bushes. So I'm gonna just go around and double check for some more butterflies. I knew that it was possible that we just end in a dead end again. But I was really hoping for a lead, especially considering we can't even do anything in that secondary area until we get Cyclone. The door is locked. It sounds like there's a ridiculous cactus going on inside. Oh, it's the Senate. Yeah, that's right. That's about right. That's perfectly accurate. And, there's probably nothing to do in Lumpa Tower now, but I'm willing to give it a shot anyways. 99% sure I got the meatball already. But it kind of sucks that, like, none of our hints really help. Like, there's the one about the settlement. But I'm pretty sure that's something I need Cyclone for. Which is a problem because... yeah. Well, it's a little early to call it a stream even under these circumstances. So we can come back here anytime. I'm gonna try to recall some of the places oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm gonna try to recall some of the things I was gonna do off screen that I haven't done already. Where's the exit? This feels like a problem. Oh wait, it retreated me to... I bet where I ended up after it retreated me was the way out. There we go. I'm trying to think. I've been to Ayers Rock off screen. I've been to Aqua Rock off screen. I've been to Tundra Tower. I've been to a bunch of the secondary dungeons. I'm surprised you don't do anything with the bone. Wait, no, the dog in the trade quest wanted milk. We gave it to him already. I guess before I forget, that is actually pretty good equipment. Guess it's about time we finally get rid of that staff with the creepy unleash. Though it is an upgrade to Piers. Brilliant Circuit. And the Wild Coat. Oh, is it finally time to get rid of the festival coat? Maybe, but I do like the AoE healing that it offers. Also, probably wouldn't be a bad idea to condense my water lives again. At least until I clear out some inventory space. I guess we're setting off. I just wanted to get onto the world map and do the fast travel. So, here's the game plan. I'm not going to end off the stream before an hour one way or another. But what we can do is show you all what I typically would do off stream, or I could quickly pull up the Golden Sun 1 challenge run that I started up earlier and resume that instead. If I could think of some places in particular that I haven't been to in a little bit, I like to exhaust my options first. But I'm not completely above just abandoning this game altogether and going back for anything else. I guess while I figure out what to do, my next best place to double check is the Aquilent ruins. The meatball hint has gotta be in reference to the magma ball, which we already got, and I feel like I did everything I could with it last stream. Now I kinda wish the Poseidon fight was actually a little bit of a challenge. And I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure you can actually see I hugged the wall here. That's where the one item we would normally go through is. It is not there, which means I already got it. I got the genie from the Elder already, and all this other stuff. Let me clear out some inventory space. It's not too much effort to rebuy this stuff, so I'll come back for it another time. Oh, you just flat out can't buy the bone. I think I'm gonna end up Googling what Golden Sun bone does, and hope that I don't regret the decision. I guess we don't... Oh, we can't get rid of it. I was gonna say, we don't really need the trident anymore. But nah. But I bet we could sell away this... Oh, we can. Is this just... Okay, it's not a complete downgrade. Why did I try to sell the bone? Where did it go? Here it is. I can sell the magma ball, which I think I've done the two things I actually need it for. Sure. Nothing's broken. Well, I did think of one thing that we could do that I kind of put off on the back burner. And that's forging! Who's ready to forge some equipment? That or lucky dice. Which reminds me, before I go the whole Googling thing, I realized I never actually did anything for the ticket, and it's probably not going to be the case because the only reason the fountain led to anything was because there was a summon typically tied behind it. But what Golden Sun missed is night-day time. You see, if they actually had things in the game that played off that, it would be a cool feature. Otherwise, it's kind of neutral to the idea. Which... Okay, here's where the slots are. I mean, I have tickets. I swear I have more than one ticket. I don't want... Didn't mean to read the whole rules. I was just trying to get all my tickets. Wait. Hold on. I think I know where the other tickets went. You like the concept of having different mobs and different events. Interesting. I could buy more water alive. All one of them. I'm gonna save these, I might need them later. I mean, do I rebuy the... Sure. I'm gonna rebuy the lucky medal, just so I don't forget the next time I'm in Lemuria. Not sure if it's worth making a separate trip just for it, but... Oh! I just flat out sold all my lucky medals. Doesn't help me make progress, but it could help me get some cool equipment. Alright. Now to spin. Gonna save just in case. Well, nothing good there. No, I'm gonna try one more time just so I can get something. That works. Congratulations, you won a silk shirt. Which will by no means be redundant. Gets defense, but lowers accuracy. Well, I'm pretty sure I can rule out the fact of the randomizer actually having anything special there. At the very least. And how much money I have. I'm not gonna spend the rest of the stream doing it, but since we kinda need a little more... I think I'm gonna spend some time doing the super lucky dice, just so I can have enough money to forge some equipment. After all, it was kind of fun the first time. I'm sure it'll be great now. Alright. Do we go high or do we go low? Oh, triple right off the bat. I'll go high. Yeah, of course I was just barely shy. One pair, double up. Okay. Low feels like the safe bet for this one. And of course the game scares me with a 6 and a 5 right off the bat. I'm trying to think if I have any... Oh, shoot, I wasn't even paying attention if I chose high or low there. Did you take a look into the Dolhen Temple already? Yes, that... I did go as far as I could in there, and that was where I found the magma ball, which I'm assuming is what they meant by the meatball. And that's how... Going into the Dolhen Temple was how we actually got a stream last week. I'm trying to see if I can recall anything in particular. You know, I should have just left while I could. Yeah, let's just cash out. Make it a little... Oh, right, you have to actually line something up in order to actually start the combo. Double up. Feels like a safe low. High. High. And then go low. Alright. I think I can afford to play a little more safe this time around. Maybe I should have kept going. One pair, that's fine. Go high. Game plan is going to be to try to get... Let me count the zeros before I completely lose track of what we're going after. 40,000. Ideal goal will be to play until 40,000. And then we'll go forge all the equipment I've been holding on to. And we'll see where that takes. We'll see where we go from there. Because I think at that point I might be ready. At that point, we'll be able to end things off and swap on over to Lost Age, or I mean swap on over to a fun little Golden Sun mod that I made. Like, in case you missed it, I started a little series. It was going to originally be a one-off, but I played it last week when I had nothing else to do in this randomizer, and it's the Golden Sun Challenge Pack. It's actually a series of mods where you mix and match the patches to make your own challenge run. And the one that I made for stream is a water-only run where where a bunch of stuff has been modified to be of the water element, changing the way that the game works. Wouldn't say as drastically as a full-on mod like Dungeon, but more than you might think. And it's fun for me to actually go through that, if only because I know, like, when everything's said and done, it'd be nice to actually make a full editorial style video out on it. So there is that. Alright. Below. I know I hit the 40,000, the 400,000 or whatever mark I was aiming for. But I had a... I'll stop after this set, because I was gonna say I did think up of a story, but not sure how much I want to commit to telling it. Right, so I don't know if that's really that much more money than we started out with. Excuse me. But at least now we should have enough to forge an item or two. That'll be nice. Man, I am just hurting so bad for either Cyclone or Growth. I'm kind of getting to the point where I keep having the temptation to just hack in the synergy, just so we can actually make some significant progress. But let me stick to the game plan and forge some stuff first, and we'll see how I feel from there. I should just do the whole ransacking, looking for our next lead off stream, but it might be easier just to do it on stream than to try to set up a new game to play. I'm about 50-50 on the idea. Yes. You know, maybe I should go get the stuff from the rusted weapons that I sold away. Oh, that's a lot. But it's at least an upgrade, right? And well, of course, the one thing. Of course, the one person that can equip it already has one of that exact same item. On the bright side, that probably means that's a good item, but still. Is that blade better than what we have? They should also have played more with cursed items and sets. Interesting opinions. I like the idea about sets. I'm kind of conflicted about cursed item because I'm sure it's just because of my personal preference with playstyle. But for me, cursed equipment were just in a state of like, the curse side effect was so bad that that was never really worth actually using the item until you got the cleric rings, and that just completely negated the whole purpose of the cursed item in the first place. I guess if there was more variety in the types of curses that could be inflicted, that could spice up the whole formula. But I kind of like the idea of like having more weapons that have major pros and cons, rather than flat out curse in and of itself. That's just my take though. I could definitely see why you like it. Does the spirit ring even do anything? Curse items were worse in other gears to the point of not needing them over normal gear. Yeah. From my experience, the weapons at the very least were better, and like the perks that you got were good. They just weren't good enough to outweigh the possibility of completely losing out on your turn at random. So I think that could be alleviated with more interesting curse side effects. Artifacts. Oh, I guess it would be under weapons. They're rusted, but artifacts. Rusty sword. Oh, don't equip any of this stuff, please. Sell that. Gotta remember to actually look into what the heck that does before the end of the stream. But for now, let's see what these rusty weapons can do. Imagine a cursed blade that erode HP like a poison effect, but increase damage and speed. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that I think would be cool. And now I kind of regret not doing that at Dawn Jin, because from what I recall from the editor, it might actually be possible to make a weapon like that with just the default basic modding tools that were made like eons ago. It would just be a matter of testing to see if you can make the auto HP heal negative HP. And that would be all it would take to actually make that exact type of weapon actually happen. Wow. What a downgrade. Totally not because we just got so much amazing stuff so early on. Well, at least maybe we'll make our money back? Or part of the money back from selling it? And Dark Dawn trolled because Curse Set was literally a gimmick for the Feral. I'll have to look up what you mean later. But first, there's no way this will go horribly. There's no way I should have this on incognito mode. Golden Sun, the Lost Age, what does the bone do? Google won't serve me wrong. Bless! Bless! You won't believe what I got for the first result. If only I could actually show it on screen. Maybe I can. Pardon me, this might get a little wonky. You know what? There's a smarter way to do this. We'll pull up a new screen capture. I guess it would be under window capture. Google. Oh, it's not showing up. Really? Well, maybe I gotta set it to like Windows 10 or something. Screw it. I'm gonna just read you what it says. Golden Sun, the Lost Age. The bone serves no purpose in the Lost Age. The red scarf is part of the animal trading mini quest. The next animal in that sequence is a cow. So cool. Cool. We have a bone and we can't sell it. But wait, I just remembered. We can drop the bone. Thank goodness. For a minute there, I thought we were stuck with an item clogging up our already very limited inventory. Anyways, the cat girl had an interaction with the curse set because due to X and Y, she was immune to the curses and kept her in beast mode more often. Wait, Savannah's immune to curse equipment? That can't be right. Sure, she would have to have the cleric's ring like everyone else. I guess I'll just go to the ruins for the umpteenth time and hopefully not burn all my synergy on Whirlwind along the way, just to make sure I got everything. Well, I try to come up with an idea of what to do next. Worst case scenario, if I'm like here for a long period of time and don't come up with any idea, I think I'll just swap on over to Golden Sun challenge idea I have. Can't really think of anywhere else I could go that I haven't already explored to death though. She has a weird interaction making cursed gear on her much better than having it on the others. It could just be because beast mode in general is busted, so adding multipliers or higher attacks, or anything that multiplies or adds on to attack on her already insane attack in that mode, could make her broken. That is a possibility. It does remind me that, like, Savette... I like the idea that they were going with beast mode of just having another way to interact with your Jinnies. And now a casual playthrough I think is a perfectly good addition to the game. But there's no denying that it's kinda broken. And funny enough, like in a Dark Dawn rewrite I was thinking of, I actually came up with some ideas of how, if one were to remake Dark Dawn, how it could better balance the whole beast mode thing. Is worth knowing that like there's barely any modding tools for Dark Dawn. You would have to code the stuff manually, so that's beyond me. It's more like a writing. It's more like an essay about the changes, like pretty much a story rewrite of Dark Dawn, rather than an actual change to the game, if I'm making any sense. See what you're saying. And if you're not wrong, because it kept her beast form in the dormant place of the base, but it also had to be all of the set, it had to be a specific Curse Claw item. You know, if they made something specifically for Savannah, I guess I could believe that. Like, ironically, I probably have played Dark Dawn more recently than I've played The Lost Age. But it's a weird situation where I've been like, the last time I played it was near the end game. The balance, you said the balance is okay, the monster versatility was a bit lacking. Yeah, I kind of see what you're saying. I'm sorry, I can't do this. I can't do this on stream conversation. I feel like I'm just not doing the job of the streamer and entertaining. I'll double check that area off stream, but we did explore it pretty diligently the last time we were there. The cavern, like, we need Carrie to do that, which sucked because I know the Sea God Tears there, which would open up an entire dungeon for us to do. I already backtracked it there. Shaman Village, we've been to more times than I ever want to do in a single game. I'm just gonna do a quick browse of all the towns and either double check them or pass on them. It's the fact that growth has eluded me of all things that's just like getting right under my skin. Yeah. You know, I'm gonna pull it up right now just so I have something to refer to when I have nothing else to talk about. Oh, of course it's gonna go up on that screen. So if there's some random pauses in the music, that's because I'm tapping away from this window while pulling up way more than I should on a single screen. So the inland, I'm pretty sure I explored to death. Got everything from there. We could roam around Tundra again, even though I did a bunch of that off screen. I'm gonna roam around the swamp a bit more. Oh. That was from way longer than I like to admit. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where? The archaeological place? You're not talking about the rooms that we were just at, right? Because I just made the case for why I wasn't going there anymore. Where did I put it? It's in one of these folders. In Dark Dawn reboot notes. Like, I'm pretty sure I'd done everything I could here. And yet, it bothers. There's something about what I wasn't able to do that bothers me. Where do you normally get the magma ball? That is at Magma Rock, which you would normally need burst to really make any progress within it. Alright. It's all the way down here. Like, I have a little writing. The place where you get the cannon. Yeah, I kind of explored that when I got the cannon in the first place. Let's just double check the swamp before I forget, and again, if push comes to shove, so if I wanted to have a shorter stream, I don't mind ending off here, but I'm still open to the idea of just swapping over to the other Golden Sun game I have. And I just realized trying to read off a Word document while playing a game on the other screen might be more. I might be trying to push myself a little too much, trying to multitask to that degree. See, this is the thing that I feel like is holding me out, holding me from getting to the real depths of the swamp. Because sure, I can go here. I did a little exploration here, even got a genie and all that. But then I immediately started to run into stuff with Cyclone and Growth. Not exactly the first place you would think of stuff like this being in. Well, did I already push this out of the way? I guess. so like there's the whole classes and gins. You know, I was gonna come down here eventually anyways. Pretty sure that's just a mad plant anyways. Do believe I took the left path already as well. Did I go down here? Hold on. I was gonna say, we might be on to something. Oh boy! It's what I've been looking for this entire time. Another vial! It's a Christmas miracle! I've savaged my way through a bottom of a swamp for a bottle of water. It's kind of funny the way... Now that you mention it though, this is supposed to be... You just made me remember that this is supposed to be water. It doesn't even look like a bottle. It looks like a couple bubbles from a piece of bubble wrap. The only assurance of myself I have is that it is technically a new thing that we got. So let me try. There's a glass vase. I don't really see the vase part of it, but I have heard of vials looking like this. Like I've heard of... Oh, I guess after you tilt your head 45 degrees to the left, you can kind of see the vase. I guess I can see it. Okay, so, if I recall, I'm pretty sure I checked this already, but since we're retreading ground and double checking and triple checking things anyways, well, first I just remembered this whole area. If there was anything important there, I already got it. But there's also the area to the left, which I remembered, again, is another thing I remember doing, but what the heck not. I thought I did everything in Tundra Tower, and that's where I found the trident. So... Frick. I feel like I can make that if I just make a mad dash to the left. I kinda just flunked it last second and got caught up on an angle. You're right, I have no idea why, but yeah, the mic just died. That's a little awkward. That's a shame. Had all that fun commentary for Magma Rock and just how pointless it is to do anything in there. But at least that's all fine dandy now. The point being, like, you really need burst before being able to do anything in that area. I'm pretty sure it's search around here. We're all good now, right? I'm seeing the audio levels on my mic, so I feel pretty confident that the mic's back on. So, would be easier just to actually say it. It kind of annoys me how early on in the lighthouse they make Cyclone the required thing. But good. We at least got Mike. And that is all the progress we can do in the Jupiter Lighthouse. Fantastic. I have gone to this settlement before. This is the one that's oddly red and has that single growth requirement. Yep. I recognize those trees anywhere. That reminds me. Second party comes after we clear the Jupiter Lighthouse. And as you can see, we're not doing Jupiter Lighthouse for a while. Meanwhile, one of the hints I got says, like, something we need is in a town like this. I forget exactly how the hint's worded. But we can't do much in here. I know exactly where it is, too. It's under these trees, or under these bushes that you need Cyclone for. Because you probably clear up a path to go underground that way. But we can't blow away the bushes because they're on the ground. For some reason, the ability to be able to blow wind doesn't work when the stuff is on the ground. While I'm on the edge of sanity, Shadows to Dark Dawn for actually pretty much combining Cyclone and Whirlwind to do everything under Whirlwind and have things have a lot more logical sense. Alright, I revealed the stuff in Champa. You know what? I'm gonna humor everyone. Instead of just mindlessly wandering for places we've already been, how about we take on a super boss early? I don't even care if I get my butt handed to me. I can't think of a better way to actually end off the stream than to fight the Star Magician. It's like the one boss that we have access to. It might actually give us a challenge because it's endgame and we don't have Isaac's party. But I'd rather waste my time doing a funny than waste my time just wandering around mindlessly not being funny. Just a matter of how long it will take for us to backtrack there. I've been all the way to the end, so finding shortcuts shouldn't be that big of an issue, but I might not remember where the shortcuts are. see. Nuke it. If only. Like, this is a super boss, so it's made with 2 parties in mind. And we don't have Isaac's party yet. So, I kinda doubt we're gonna just be able to make it go boom and have a good time and all, but someone's gonna get nuked. It's probably gonna be me, but I'm okay with that. That's a sacrifice that I'm willing to make. It's the least I can do for building up all the hype that of actually doing something productive with the stream, only to immediately run into another roadblock less than an hour into the said stream. I feel like I'm going the wrong way, because I feel like this is a wall that's supposed to come up later. Hold on, I gotta hydrate. Is this the shortcut that I'm thinking of? I think it is. I just gotta remember the way that the game wants me to go. I feel like I'm going a long way and completely ignoring my own shortcut. But at this point, I don't think it'll be too much longer one way or another. I could try to recall... Hold on. Only thing that comes to my mind to talk about is Pokemon Go, which I kinda doubt anyone here would be interested in. Because even I'm not really even that interested in the big events coming up. Like, there's this whole Sinnoh tour coming in out. And the most I can muster is a meh. Like, the one thing that has me semi-interested in it is that there's... Because Sinnoh is technically Hisui, they're pushing the Hisuian Pokemon a lot, and I'm kind of a sucker for anything that involves Hisui, because that was the last good Pokemon game that they've made, in my personal opinion. There's other people that have fallen in love with Scarlet and Violet, and I'm kind of jealous that I'm not in that camp. But it doesn't really bother me as much, because at least I can just keep playing Pokemon Legends and be happy that way. Yeah, right. I think I see what I gotta do. And I was following Cerebi on their Blue Sky social media, and they did apparently, like, the next TGC thing has been revealed in Japan. I don't know if it came out in Japan or they just are showing promos of it. Either way though, I'm kind of excited. There's enough about it to get me excited about it. If I lift this up, no, then I won't be able to hop on over there. But I might continue that story in a sec. I think I got... Oh, right, I can't hop across there. You're right. The worst part is I know I don't gotta do all this, but at this point, I'm too far in. I might cheat a little and... So, I left this rock over here, because that rope is pointless and dead to me. And then we can go across this way. There we go. That gets us across. And here's the point where I find the shortcut I could have used the whole time. Maybe not, because I'm pretty sure I pushed this out of the way before, and yet it's back to where it was. So I guess we gotta beat the Star Magician now, because there's no reason to come back here again and do the entire puzzle over again. So who's down for the 4-man party Star Magician run that's totally gonna go well? Totally gonna go well with absolutely nothing wrong happening in the process. In fact, I feel so confident about this run that I'm gonna just hop on right in. No, oh my god, that's a synergy item behind him! Oh no, that's a summon. Well, at least we now know, at least we have the assurance of knowing that this is all pointless at the end of the day. That's not gonna stop me from winning like a pro, though. Oh dear, what have I done? I think this is gonna be my first time fighting this thing in 10 years. Like, I'm gonna keep saying that because I have replayed the game a couple times, but never really gotten up to the boat. So, like, the very old OP that I think I even unlisted at this point was the last time I fully played this game. So, there's still gonna be a lot of first time in 10 years out here. Oh my god, and it flies. So okay, we have someone that can revive, right? I'm pretty sure we have a reviver. We, at the very least, have Tinder. Oh. Well, I'm glad I used Tinder while I could. Do a master release and on the second turn use the regenerative gens to recover faster. Also, the Arius is broken. Oh, we're actually gonna do this. This isn't just a joke I was making, is it? Well, no promises, but I will be earnest and give your advice a shot. If only I had a good single target attack to abuse at a time like this. At least we can, like, boost attack. Oh, just great. Maybe I do want to, like, run this attempt out before giving it out, but going the mad route and summon rushing might not be the worst idea. That darn Guardian Ball, though. Although mind me if I don't talk. Yeah. If it just keeps... If it keeps using Earnest Ply, then... we're just out of luck, especially if he keeps bringing it back. Oh, that unleashes fire elemental damage. That's actually good to know. Let's just start from the top. I was gonna wait until we died earnestly, but still. Alright. We're at like an hour and 40 minutes, so I'll do this until 2 o'clock. Maybe. There's Eddie. I feel like going all summons is going to backfire. Might be a little too much lack of, well, everything. Any gens that I can set just so I have a little bit of bulk? Taking a look. Take out the Guardian while covering and buffing. Then release all summons and use... I forgot if I have any barriers. But now I remember I do, I just don't remember which ones it is. We'll figure it out fast enough though. Shade... the problem is like having them all on one gen. Torch... Freeze... Sleep... Right, this is a quick heal. Haze might be nice to have. I don't have LOL. Remember the Jennies are randomized too, so I don't have every Jenny that we would normally have at this point. Which is weird because I remember having this really vigorous conversation about LOL, but it must be about something else. We could use ground at least. I tend to play more by experimentation anyway, so kind of like to rather just jump in and see what works, what doesn't, and go from there. We have a lot of gens. Oh, and there's Eclipse. No Delius quite yet. I think it'll resist Eclipse though, so Pontreus. Actually, hold on. Breeze. Andreas. No. Better idea. Andreas. You have a point, but in that case, it would have been better for me to use my genies and work up to that. So let me play out this strat and see how it goes. As far as I'm concerned, there's a possibility that it might not heal. And if it does use a barrier, then oh well. Actually, if I want to get real crazy, nah, it's faster. Well, that was a waste. I kind of just realizing the redundancy of Haze and the barrier, but this is why I want to just jump into it and try things out, because it's easier to just find out experimentation. It's more fun to actually play the game than to just try to lab it out before going into it. You're right, it does. The barrier does have priority, and so that's good to know that it always does the barrier, because you would think I would know, because I have that experience myself. Or like I have barriers and I have used them, so it's not like a new experience or anything. But again, I don't think this run is doomed quite yet. Oh, see? It defended! It doesn't always use the barrier. No, I'm just being a smart butt at this point. Alright. Yeah, that's what I get for hanging around with Janice that quickly. So let's reevaluate the situation. Almost want to just... Would it be weak to win? I want to keep a couple more gens on set just to get rid of this thing. Yeah, I'm gonna double check to see what the barrier is weak to, because it's green, which makes it feel earthy, but I keep forgetting if it's wind element or earth element, because it probably, whichever element it isn't, it's probably the element that it's weak to. Oh, that's not gonna be the strategy guide. I'll have to actually go online for that, or just try it. The Guardian Ball? That's disappointing. If we just gotta hit it hard with everything we got. Like Liquid Fire. Oh, I miss you, good friend. Oh, I wasn't talking about the barriers. I was talking about the Guardian Ball itself. The elemental properties of the Guardian Ball. Because I played Will and Sun enough times in the past 2 years alone to know that much and know how the barriers work. Alright, so Angry Ball's down, which means it's Probably got another Earnest Ball to take care of. This is unfortunate. I almost just want to do hurry so I can get everything back sooner. This is part water, or this is the unleash of her attack is fire. So maybe I'll get started on getting rid of the water ball next. Oh. That's unfortunate. You know what? I'm gonna try just working to the summons that I want. Maybe stand by a couple that I know I won't use right away. At least enough for the one summon. Because I'm probably going into this a little under level. I definitely don't have a backup party. The stats boosts matter more now than they usually do. I think it's like 3 Venus and 2 Mars let us do that one summon. Let's give that a shot. Gonna be turn 1 with Eddie. Yeah, we have enough for Andreas, so that's really matters most. Ragnarok that. Not enough for Liquefier, unfortunately. Maybe I could just start working on both the balls at once. That'll be a good start. Get you. Liking that damage. Liking that shield. I remember from the good old days that, like, once you get it down to all of his ally balls are just the spark balls, then you're in a pretty good place because all they do is win elemental damage. That's a lot less devastating than everything else. It's a matter of how long it'll take before we get to that point. I don't think they... Feels like they're not that weak to statuses and all that, so... It may feel kind of pointless to go for the stun. Actually, did I attack anyone with the... I don't think I attacked the Guardian Ball at all this turn. I don't think Cole gives me priority, but it makes me fast enough that I might as well have priority. Cool. A second Guardian Ball. How'd you know? It's what I always wanted. You know, I'd rather just start from scratch on that one. See, things weren't too bad. I just feel like since I'm not going for the summon right away anyways. Gotta remember, can't forget that I have Haze, because that'll be useful in and of itself. I also want to just... The problem with using summons to try to beat them is... if I get the setup the way I want, I'll just end up accidentally KOing the balls in the process. Guess we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, but still. Great speed... I guess I can save round for next turn where I don't have to shade up. So not too much to fear this turn, but... Oh, I think it's actually weak to wind, because that was a flat-out resist to the Earth attack. We got the poison off, which is good in its own right as far as I'm concerned, but still. How much do I need for Andreas? One more Venus. What's everyone's speed now? Got to your turn 1, thanks. I think the Academy and Luck. Yeah, unfortunately you have Venus, so... I guess... It's a little bit of a gamble, but I want to do the summon this turn before he just gets more Guardian Balls to take its place. So I think I'm gonna try to go for Andreas now and just use a Venus gem before it gets to be Felix's turn. Right. Should definitely can't forget to heal if I'm gonna go this route. I know it's not as efficient as boosting my own speed because the balls just come back. Actually, that gives me the Venus I need. But we could also get it with new game plan. Where are you? Oh, that's right, I already did boost my speed. True, I slow the mage, but the balls come back, and I have speed right now, so I'm not in a rush to get it out. I'm gonna go first. Healing Aurora. I could also heal with this Jin, but go for ground first so I can get it back quicker. And also should get some Mercury gens up so I can get Shade back sooner. You know, I'm gonna play around with an idea. Trying to get the tier 3 water summon for next turn anyways, so... And I'm gonna use Eddie next turn because of the summon. Oh, that summon poisons enemies in and of itself. Could be a problem because I think that's my strongest one. And that's just gonna make the balls go faster? I've had better days. Well, we could go for mulch and that wouldn't get in the way of anything. Sure. Mulch. Healing Aurora. Do I double down on healing? Go with Crystal. I think I want to go with Eddie. Oh, I'm doing a summon now, so sure, let's get Eddie out here. Well, too late now. I'm okay with that health level. Like, he'll do a lot, but I healed off a bit more than I was expecting when I was thinking you need double heal. Oh, Mulch also drops their agility. That's good to know. It's been so long since I've done a lot of the double summons. I forget a lot of the secondary effects of them. Especially the later ones. And another Guardian Ball. Right, it was weak to Venus, which means it should be weak to Wind. I'm gonna see if I can take out the... Right. Don't forget about the heal. Can I do anything with a Mars and a Venus? No. Water isn't really too helpful in general. Unfortunately, it seems like Shibuya has kind of... I guess I could boost the party's attacks, and that way Jin's will do a bit more. I just really... I don't want it to do any plies, because that just undoes all the work that I put into getting this far on the boss already. Alright, what you gonna bring back? Anger Ball. Not bad, there's only one Guardian Ball. It's kind of a problem because eventually those balls are gonna go boom DA. But it could be worse. What gens do I have to work with? Breath, Haze. Yeah, I'm gonna check to see if Eddie's ready. Unfortunately, Eddie's my only barrier at the moment. I do have Haze for an emergency. Seems like I need some more Venus still before things can really shine though. Right. I'm gonna take the 50-50 shot there. And I can't outspeed you, but I can use ground to save myself a turn here, and oh, chase the barrier. Maybe I keep forgetting that. Shoot, I should really decide between ground or Eddie or my barrier. Because it's kind of pointless to do both in most cases. At least I'm extra prepared if they decide to explode. But then there's the case of if they don't. Breath to get a little health a little more quickly. Do I have any Dree? Breath is gonna go first, so Eclipse will be ready to go. I'm wondering if it's gonna be the best candidate for that, but Who's... Where's my AoE? I think it's Crystal, and they aren't exactly an option at the moment. I'm gonna save Rhyme for the inevitable... I'm gonna save Rhyme for an inevitable situation of the water ball coming back. That's what I'm trying to say. Sure. It should be... I guess you can... What items do you have? I'll keep that in mind for later. So there's a Guardian Ball. This will at least get me up to full health with everyone, which is good that the Anger Balls decide to be, you know, angry. Alright, so... Just realized this is gonna be the first turn... Well... Yeah. The downside is having all those out of the ones, but... Bright side, no Guardian Ball. First time without that in a little bit. I see those emojis. I'm gonna be fine. I just have to be considerate with my turn. If I had a mist potion, this would be a good time to pull that out. I gotta get the Venus so I can do the Unleash. That won't do any damage. But the speed drop might help. No Rhyme, no Eddie. Who has the mist potions? No, you do. You know what? We'll worry about summoning later. Let me double check who has the water life, because I'm just gonna have a little backup. He's... Fuse you. One moment. Now that we build up the suspense enough, this potion get everyone up to full, unless I could just Elderwood. Do you have Jenna being protected in case things go bad? Oh, I could Geode. What's Felix? Oh, but Felix is using Haze. Double check speed. Oh, my speed is actually... Speed's a little down. At least that gives me an idea what to do with this turn. Where? I know I have... Oh, it's Cole. Maybe back to plan B for a little bit. Well, at least this way I could, like, summon first turn. That'll be good in its own right. Everyone's back to full, and only one of the mines went... Well, only 2 of the mines went boom. But this is why we have Jenna protected. It'll have to do. Guess get Pierce up. Oh, that was fast. Oh, there it goes. That delay was actually worse. I'll give it one more go, but we are at the 2-hour mark, so probably be wrapping up soon anyways. Right. I'm at least 90% sure on that. That gives me 2. I think I'm willing to give this a shot. Like, there's enough vague certainty that I'm willing to mess around with it a bit more, but pretty sure they take into account that the bosses can't be any of that stuff. Right. Cole boosts his attack, or speed. Save Vine for just try to space out my the speed boost with the speed drop. That being said, I kind of want to try saving Shade this time for the second turn. Because at that point I might actually need the healer, so... If bosses can be poisoned, we'll find out in this fight, because my main means of attack will inevitably poison the enemies that it strikes. Should be enough for Harry's. And it did lead with the barrier, so I feel... Call it gambler's policy, but I feel a bit confident that it's not gonna heal... Not gonna use the barrier this time. If I do one more then I can also use the summon to boost my attack. But right, it's... The other ball could just heal it off. No luck with Venom that time. Oh, Also forgot that I have a barrier that I can use at any time. Might have been nice to realize that, like, last turn. Oh well. I have a Jin that can revive. It's not the worst case scenario. Where are you, Tinder? But I also need you for healing. Hold on, I got this. I was hoping to save Shade for when all the party members weren't downed. But this is probably my best shot to actually get everyone back up. Pierce just has to survive the onslaught as soon as he comes back into the fray. We'll work this out. Where did Wish go? There's a threat you don't see every day. But until I get everyone back up in full, it might be good to have the barrier up in case of emergency. Speaking of emergency, thank you all for attacking. I think it's GG. I'll see if I can find a way out of this mess, but... yeah, I get no means to actually do a revive proper, so... I think we're good. It's fine, because I know I'm kind of getting a little... I'm getting a bit tired anyway, so... I'm not getting a full run in tonight. Jeez, if only he could do that when I wasn't already on a losing streak. We'll check that there's no means of revival. None that I can see. Well, it was fun. Glad we got to do something exciting this stream instead of just wandering around mindlessly. Alright, good night. Take care. And I guess it's back to work with trying to figure out the next lead. Where my next lead is. I think I'm gonna take a little break from this game, from this randomizer seed in general, so it's not coming back next week either way, but I'll find some time within the next few weeks to poke around, see if there's anything I forgot. And we'll go from there. Until then, take care. When was my last save? Okay, that was all the way at the start of the stream. Do I want to just... Okay, I didn't use any water revive, so you know what? This is slightly... I'll put it down here for now, but... I get the feeling I'm just gonna keep this save. It's quicker than trying to backtrack all the way from Treasure Isle anyways. And... stop.